What's up everybody, welcome back to the Art of Crypto, the birthplace of absolutely legendary gains. In this video we are going to talk about 3 coins that I do believe that is going to do very well over the next couple of months leading to the end of the year. So if you want to find out exactly what these coins are, and hint, it is going to be NFT based coins today, right? I'm going to do other coins tomorrow. And I did promise you guys that I would give you guys sort of like a top 10 coins list for the next few months. I will get on that as well. But today it's going to be more NFT focused first, simply because these coins just look too good for me not to talk about them. So the first coin that is that we're going to talk about is going to be Engine. And immediately before I get into that, if you haven't already followed me on Twitter at _theartofcrypto, you're going to want to do so. This is where I'm sharing all the market updates that I wouldn't otherwise be able to share on YouTube due to time constraints, because it does take a little bit of time to make a video. So if you want the latest market updates, make sure you are following me on Twitter. But for now, let's talk about Engine. Now, the other day I actually recorded a video about Engine, but turns out that I did not turn on my microphone the entire time and I had video but no audio. So that's why you see like such neat levels already. And I'm just going to summarize really quickly what Engine is about and why I really like Engine, for the next couple of months. So the first one is going to be, now I usually do not use news as a driver for my technical analysis, but Engine is actually looking pretty good. So this, like before 31st of December this year, Engine is going to release their Efinity project, which is sort of like their trademark sort of thing. Now, I don't really understand what that means, but I do know for a fact that this is going to exponentially scale Engine up and it will bring a lot of hype to Engine. So that is not what's important to me, right? That just gives me knowledge that I should be looking into this coin. And when I look into this coin, it is looking absolutely spicy. Now, just take a look at this pattern right here. Now, you know how I always like to say that markets move in phases of expansions and consolidations. So you have your expansion phase there, consolidate, you have expansion, consolidate, expansion, consolidate, expansion, consolidate, right? You get the point. So if you go like this big thing right here, this is just like a massive consolidation phase. And usually, the longer the consolidation, the more explosive the move upwards is going to be once it breaks out of that consolidation. And you can see right here, back then when I called Engine, right, in that previous video, I was saying buy the breakout of this level right here at 1.97. However, we've missed that because, well, me and my careless, let's not talk about that anymore. For now, I'm going to give you guys an alternative entry because you really want to get in on Engine if the, chance presents itself, because Engine is actually like, it would be one of my top 10 coins to hold. Well, this is going to be one of the top 10 coins to hold for the next few months, simply because of Efinity plus this massive consolidation consolidation pattern right here. I do think that $5 Engine is not a stretch at all. So if it gets to $5, it's going to be a 2.5x from where it is right now. And if that happens, then I'm sure no one would be complaining about that. So the level that you're going to want to watch is, I want you to mark down this level. So we missed this entry already, so we have to go for an alternative entry. So this entry that I'm going to give you is at about 1.91. I want you guys to mark that down on your own chart. And in this case, I would go into Engine at that level and I will set my stop loss at about 1.13. I will also dollar cost average into Engine at about 1.845. So if it gets to both of these entries, these are going to be ideal entries for you to get some Engine at. Now, the reason why I mentioned these 2 entries is because, well, if you had like $1,000 to play with, right, just put in like 500 here and 500 here, like just an example, right? Because there is no smart trader out there that does not dollar cost average. So you could either set your stop loss over there, or you could in fact dollar cost average yet again at this next position right there, and I would set my stop loss somewhere beneath there. So you have 2 alternative entries, right? If you were, for example, not trying to get stopped out randomly, then what I would do instead is I would dollar cost average at 3 positions instead. So instead of going 50-50 over here, I would maybe go like 20-20 or like 30-30 and 40 right here at 1.73, because this is going to be like super key support. I just want you to take a look at the daily chart and you can see how many times that price has found a reaction, like either rejection or support off of this line right here. So this line is going to be absolutely strong. And if you get a retracement back to this level, this is going to be a very key block for you to pay attention to. And mind you, this is happening on the daily chart right now, so it's going to be pretty strong. And if it gets to 1.65 as well, you could, like, this is just for the people who are just trying to dollar cost average. These are going to be very superb levels for you to do so, right? From 1.91, 1.87, 1.73, and 1.65. So now let's talk about the take profit targets. Now, as just like with this coin and all the other coins that I'm going to call, you are going to want to take your profit on the way up, right? You don't want to wait till the end and then, wait for it to come back down and not take any profit. So on the way up, use these levels as reference points and take some off here, take some off here, take some off here. You get the point. So these take profit levels are going to be at, well, it's already very close to hitting the first one. It's going to be at about 2.35, 2.7, 3.1, 4.3, 4.7, 5.2, 5.9, and $7. Now, I'm not saying that it's going to get to that level, but if it does, then hey, it's a pretty good trade. And $9. And just remember, if you want to get access to all of the trades, make sure you check out the private Discord server. Over here, you're going to get access to literally everything, and I'm going to be calling a lot of coins over there. As a bonus, we have people making money literally every single day, and let's just say it's going to pay itself off really, really quickly. So the next coin we're going to talk about is the fan favorite AXS. Now, this is a coin that is, it's garnered a lot of attention, right, for how well it moves, right? In the same day, you could get fluctuations of like 17% or even more. And just right here, that's like 18-20%. So if you are trading AXS, I really highly recommend not using high leverage on this coin, simply because of how volatile it is. So to the people in the private Discord group, I have called these three levels back then, right? 120, 115, and 110. These are very good levels of support for AXS at any given time, and as you can see, AXS has found support many, many times. So at the moment, if you were looking to get into AXS, you could still consider 120 and 115 as strong areas of support for AXS to bounce off of. However, if I was you, I would pay attention to this level right here. I'm going to mark it out right now at about $130, right? Once you break above $130, I do believe that this is going to be the breakout it needs to go even higher. Now, as for the take profit targets for this trade, I'm going to try to mark them out, right? Try to figure out where is the exact top for AXS. And I do believe that it will come at around $180, right? So in the event that you do take this trade, once it breaks out, you are going to want to buy along with the breakout, or you want to buy a bullish retest of that level, right? And as it's going up, I do believe the top for AXS is going to come in at around $180. And the way I got that is by drawing a fiat retracement from this swing top over here to this swing low, and that is the 1.618 extension of this pattern right here. And oftentimes things really do stop at a 1.618 or the 2 Fibonacci extension, so definitely pay attention to that. Now, the take profit targets for this trade is going to be, the first take profit target is going to be at about $141, $160, $165, $172, and $180. And you could definitely set one at about 198, something like that, right? Just before $200. And that is going to be a very key psychological level for people to break through. So definitely pay attention to AXS. In the event that you do get a retracement, I do believe the bottom of AXS is going to come in at around $72. Now, I know that seems really far away, but if crypto just somehow happens to crash, then that is about 43%, which is nothing for crypto, right? We're used to this at this point. So if it does get all the way back down here, I am going to call it in advance that this is going to be very likely the bottom, right? $72. So, just set a cheeky limit order over there. If it does get there, then brilliant. Then, you're going to get access to it. The next trade I'm going to talk about, which I did call in my private Discord group as well, and just a tiny little flex, right? Thank you for your godly snipes. Wondering if anyone else took these as well. I called ADA, XTZ, XRP, and BTC like weeks or months ago, and they filled, and they were absolutely like exactly the bottom. And yeah, if you just want to get access to that, just check out the link in the description and join the private Discord server. Now, this SLP trade is one that I've called already, and for now I'm going to give you guys another entry because we are going to get another entry at the moment. So what I want you to do is I want you to mark down this level at 0.0632, and as you break out of this level, that is going to be buying along with a breakout or buying a bullish retest off this level. Now, the reason why I think SLP looks absolutely amazing is because of this consolidation pattern right here. It has literally been consolidating for the better part of about 3 months, and usually the longer the consolidation, the bigger the pop. And for SLP's case, right, this consolidation is going straight into a point of support, and by point of support I mean all-time lows. Now, of course, you're going to want to set your stop loss somewhere at about 0.054, because if it breaks below this low, actually let me zoom in a little bit. If it breaks below this low right here, then all holds are off. But otherwise, there is no reason to assume that it is going to continue dumping. In fact, it is only when everyone assumes that it is going to continue dumping that it is going to start pumping. And I do believe it is, in my humble opinion, that there is a very good chance that SLP can do really, really well and go back to its previous all-time highs. Is it going to take a few months for that to happen? Absolutely. Because the way I want you to think about the markets is like this, right? It's very likely not going to pop straight up like that. Instead, what it's going to do is something like a rounded bottom, right? And if you just draw like a curve like this, right, maybe it's not going to be that parabolic. So if we just draw something like this, right, something like this wouldn't be too far-fetched. Assuming that it really does happen something like that, then it's going to take at least about, 3 to 4 months, 5 months actually, for it to get back to its previous all-time high. But if there is anything that happens, you can be sure that the bottom is going to come in at somewhere between this range, between 0.063 and 0.076. Now, imagine catching the bottom and then for this thing to go like 20x, right? Just putting it into perspective. In order to get these 10x, 20x coins, you have to have a little bit of patience and hold through it, right? This right here is called a rounded bottom, and this is a pattern that I really love to trade and something that I teach in the private Discord group. But otherwise, pay attention to 0.0632, and if you do get a breakout of this level, who knows, it might go really parabolic just like AXS did, but otherwise the take profit levels for this trade is going to come in at around 0.068, 0.0764, 970, right, 1359, 1673, 2152, 2672, 32, like 3200, 3981, and if you want to figure out where AXS is going to go after all-time highs, then you're going to want to draw a fib retracement, and let us try to mark out where the top for AXS is going to come in around. And I do believe that it's going to come in somewhere between $1 or 60 cents, right? 63 cents. And I don't know if you guys noticed, but I am drawing my take profit levels just a tiny bit below the actual fib level. And that's because like fibs are something that everyone is using. And because of that, if everyone's using the same numbers, everyone's coming to the same conclusions. And because of that, when you lose money in the markets, you're not actually losing money. What's happening is that as you're selling, somebody else is buying, right? So think of it as someone else taking your money. So assuming that for every winner in this game, there is going to be a loser, wouldn't it make sense that you would want to take their money before they take yours? And that's why you set your take profit levels just a tiny bit below the fibs. Now, before I get into the final coin that I'm going to talk about, just wanted to do a quick little introduction, right? If you feel like you are always lost in the markets, like you don't know what to do, like is it going to start dumping, is it going to start pumping, and you just want sort of daily updates and pretty much in real time, then you're going to want to check out the private Discord group. This is where I'm going to be telling you, hey, this coin looks good, that coin looks good, market's going to be dumping today, this and that, so that you can make some informed trading decisions. Not only that, but you're going to get access to all the trades that I'm taking you guys through. And as a bonus, you're going to get access to the trading education, where I lay down everything that I know and learned over the years. And that is how you are going to figure out what works and discard 90% of the things that don't work. And at the moment, I am in the process of revamping this trading course, and there is going to be about 10 fully fledged modules, probably around 100 videos, that is going to give you everything you need to succeed in trading. So if that's something you're interested in, make sure you check out the private Discord group. But otherwise, let us get into the final coin that I'm going to talk about, and that is going to be Elluvium. Now, Elluvium is a coin that I really like because of the fact that the game is expected to come out somewhere in Q4 2021 or about 2022. So assuming that's the case, you can see that Elluvium has been on a tear lately, right? Just the fact that, the game is rumored to come out at about that time is generating a lot of hype for this coin. And in the event, I really want you to focus on this game because I am an early investor in this game and I do hold quite a large bag of Elluvium. And the reason for that is because I really do believe that Elluvium is going to be one of the biggest blockchain games out there, and you are absolutely going to want to pay attention to that. So for now, Elluvium has still been following this trend line, as you can see right there, basically to a T, right? And until it breaks this trend line, there is no reason to assume that we might be bearish. If anything, Elluvium has been very, very strong throughout this entire dump that crypto just went through. So Elluvium is looking absolutely primed to do well over the next couple of months to 3 months. So with that said, I'm actually going to give you a couple of entries. Now again, Elluvium is a coin that I did in the previous video of mine, So I'm just going to summarize it really quickly for you. So if we go back onto the daily chart for Elluvium, you can see that I've already marked out some very key support levels for you guys to get some Elluvium at. The first of which is going to come out at about $750, right? In this case, I'm going to mark it down at 755, but in the event that Elluvium does retrace all the way back here, I do expect some form of a bounce at around this level. As to how I came up with that conclusion, you can see that there is a, there is a gap of liquidity over here, and this is historically, this is a bullish order block, and because of that, this is going to be a level which I would be interested to get some Elluvium. But the biggest orders of my Elluvium is going, like, if I were trying to get into Elluvium, my biggest orders are actually going to come in between this block right here at $690, $665, and about $633. Now, the reason why my biggest blocks is going to be there is because I do believe that in the event like Elluvium does dump, this is going to be very close to the bottom. Because if we zoom out, I don't know if this is going to be visible on the weekly chart. Nope, it's not visible on the weekly chart. But on the daily chart, this is going to be a block, right? A block of orders that is going to be called a bullish order block. Now, in fact, if you break below this bullish order block, and that level is going to be at about $600, if you do break below $600, it's not going to look pretty for Elluvium. So definitely, my biggest orders is going to come back at about $690, $665, and $633. And the level to watch for a bullish case, right? For Elluvium to be absolutely bullish, I actually would set a level right there at about, I wouldn't really set any levels. At the moment, you can see that Elluvium has broken through its previous all-time high, and that is a really bullish sign, and there is no reason to expect that we are not bullish until proven otherwise. For now, this is starting to look like a massive ascending triangle, right, with one touch there and one touch there. I mean, if you consider that a touch, then this is absolutely looking primed for a breakout. So in order to try to find out if, like, what is the top for Elluvium, we are going to want to actually go back to the KuCoin chart, because Elluvium actually, all right, that's fine then. I thought Elluvium would have been out on KuCoin longer than Binance. So this is going to be slightly tough because I don't really have anywhere for me to draw a fib retracement. So I'm just going to try to guess this, right? This is not going to be perfect, but because I have a -0.5, -1, and -2 extension on Elluvium, I do believe that this is going to come true it is actually going to come true, right? I usually use these when like these levels right here, I usually use when, there's nothing else for me to base my trades off of. So in this case, definitely pay attention to $1,200, $1,450, and $1,950. Now, if Elluvium does get there, it's only going to be like a 2x from here, which is going to be easy for Elluvium to do. Just considering, like, definitely check out this project. This is one of my long-term projects, and I do highly believe that it has the potential to, 2x, 4x, 5x, who knows. Definitely one of the most exciting crypto games that is set to come out either this year or next year. For now though, may the gains be with you, my friend, and peace.